Planet Dolan.
What did they call it when Iran opened up a knockoff McDonald's? How did a knockoff for Dunkin Donuts end up named after an animal's butthole? From foreign knockoff fast food to weird generic store brands, here are 15 of the dumbest knockoff foods you can find. I'm Hellbent, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 15. Cream Betweens. Okay, here's the thing. Oreos are one of the best known brands of cookie in the world, and there's tons of knockoff brands of them. Most of them suck, but that's fine. You got 2 dry cookies with some sugary cream in the middle. That's all we need. What we don't need is you to get cute and start calling them cream betweens. Now it sounds like you're talking about something much different. Number 14. Dr. Bob. Soft drinks have even more knockoff varieties as cookies, but there's one that's always fun to spot, the Dr. Pepper equivalent. Apparently, there were a ton of doctors who went on to create no-brand colas. One of them just goes by Dr. Bob and features a little bottle that says open wide and say, "Ah!" This is both a creepy and terrible way to drink a cola, which raises the question, what happened to Mr. Pibb? Did he just not get his doctorate? Number 13. Pranks. As the line goes, silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Okay, fine then, kids. Let's go talk to this raccoon on this suspiciously similar box and see who pranks are for. Silly raccoon, pranks are for nobody! Number 12. Dominiques Pizza. This wouldn't actually be so bad. So a guy named Dominic opened a pizza place. No big deal. But now you're literally a letter away from naming your pizza place the same as the second largest pizza chain in the world. So maybe don't also copy their brand colors, font, and logo design. That other pizza place might get a little bit suspicious. Number 11. KFG. These KFG restaurants are all over Asia. They popped up in a number of locations in China and Thailand. They feature the red and white colors you'd expect and an old bearded man as a mascot. And yes, they serve fried chicken. At least they probably do. There's no real explanation as to what the G means, so tell us in the comments if you know what it is. My bet's on giraffe. Number 10. Subday. There's 2 flavors of knockoff Subway here. One is at a gas station sandwich place in California that just lightly referenced the Subway color scheme but decided to put it all in a font resembling Comic Sans. The other appears to be Russian. They just replaced the W in Subway with a D and left everything else exactly the same. Number 9. Pizza Hut. If they weren't blatantly ripping off Pizza Hut, this would be even more absurd. Pizza's great. It's really hard to mess up pizza, but a Pizza Hut is a pretty awful idea. Why not go with something that makes a lot more sense, like Pizza Hut? Those words actually make sense together. By the way, this is an Iranian chain, and this is how Pizza Hut is actually spelled in Iran. Number 8. Dunkin Donuts. Okay, so the logo looks pretty similar, and the colors are kinda close, so this is obviously a Dunkin Donuts knockoff. It's just that, why? Why donkeys? Donkeys and donuts shouldn't be anywhere near each other. Voice actors note I don't agree with that statement. Also, Urban Dictionary defines a donkey donut as a donkey's butthole. So, yeah. Donuts. Number 7. Dairy Fairy. China has no need for a queen, so they just have a Dairy Fairy. Dairy Fairy has cups labeled DF, has uniforms identical to the DQ ones, and serves something called an Oreo Ice Storm. They even serve it upside down. Weirdest thing, China actually has 360 Dairy Queen stores, but they haven't moved to shut down Dairy Fairy, or its other imitator, Dairy and Queen. Number 6. Burger Friends. This place doesn't need to be your king. It'll settle for just being your friend. As China just downgraded from queen to a fairy, Iraq is cool with going from a king to just friends. But they sure didn't even attempt to change the logo. Number 5. Sunbucks. The name is Sunbucks Coffee instead of Starbucks, and it's written in a green ring on a white background with a mythical creature in the middle. It's obvious what they're going for. But hey, at least they changed the logo enough to get a different, culturally relevant creature in that logo. That's a hell of a lot more effort than Burger Friends put in. Number 4. Panburger Partner. Discount grocery stores want you to know what product you're supposed to compare their generic brand stuff to, even if the result is something as stupid sounding as Panburger Partner. The name would be fine, except that there's no such thing as a Panburger. Number 3. McDonald's. Iran hasn't had a McDonald's since 1979, but they can go and enjoy a McDonald's hamburger. McDonald's features 2 golden arches and the beloved mascot Ronald McDonald on the front of the store. But it's definitely not McDonald's. That's the important thing to remember here, because they also serve hot dogs on baguettes. Number 2. Friddles. There's a candy shop in Indianapolis, Indiana that makes something called Friddle candy. Those are supposedly pretty good, and also not what we're talking about. We're talking about these, the sour, fruity, chewy candy that are obviously just a crappy Skittles knockoff. Number 1. Johnny Walker Red Label. This one has a lot of layers to it. Johnny Walker Red Label is a popular brand of Scotch whiskey. And sure, Johnny Walker Red Label is also Scotch whiskey. But there's a couple of problems here. First off, Johnny Walker Red sounds suspiciously communist. And also, labial is a word that means something is related to the lips. It can refer to either the lips on everybody's faces or the lips that only women have, the ones that aren't on their faces. So yeah, enjoy Johnny Walker's Red Label. What's the craziest knockoff product you've ever seen? Let us know in the comments section down below and we'll pin our favorite up to the top. This video was made possible by our fans over on Patreon. Thanks for your support, guys. And that's all I got for now. I'm late for my other job at Planet Dolnad.